Today's episode is sponsored by Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Julie, you're fresh off the plane from your private jet that took you to Vegas. You saw Hozier.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Was it everything you wanted it to be?
And more.
And more.
And more. Every time you say his name, it
Yeah.
stops sounding like an actual
I
name.
think every time I say his name, an angel loses its wings.
I think that's true as well.
I don't know why I can't do it.
I don't know why.
Hozier.
I don't think that's right.
Hozier. Say it.
I say Hosier.
Hosier. But that sounds weird to me.
I'm also not saying that I'm saying it correctly. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that the way you're saying it
Uh-huh. It's
sounds
weird.
sounds weird.
I'm ESL.
And then
So,
it automatically makes me forget how to say it.
uh-huh.
Right.
Uh-huh. Hozier. Yeah.
Hosier. Hosier.
Hosier. Just say Jose.
First of all, his name is Andrew. Let's all
Andrew.
relax.
His name is
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah, his
Where
name
the
is
fuck did
Andrew.
Hozier come
It's
from?
his last name. I think. I think it's his last name. But his first name is definitely Andrew.
Oh my God. Welcome to Yumi and Chisme, your number one source for Chisme on the internet. Adrian and Julie here. Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, good. Living and laughing and loving.
Lovely. You
Yeah.
doing anything fun while I was gone?
I had to work.
Right. Right. Right.
I had to work. I did. I just, well, listen, I don't
I'm
want to
listening.
brag.
Right.
Okay. But this paycheck is going to be nice.
Ooh,
You know how nice?
how nice.
I'm gonna go get me a double jack combo meal
Oh
at Jack in the
my
Box tonight
God.
with a large Diet Coke. And
Wow.
and this is how you know I'm rich.
Right.
And two tacos.
You guys.
Fuck it up. Fuck
I
it
love
up.
that
And
for
I'm gonna watch
you.
The Real Housewives of Miami.
Oh, you're about to have a time.
Hallelujah.
I
Hallelujah.
lo
Hallelujah.
I love that for you.
Thanks, Julie.
Yeah.
No, I would have done that without this paycheck anyways.
And you know what? That's fine.
It is fine
Yeah,
because it
because it's
makes
the
me
Lord's
happy.
Day.
It's the Lord's Day and it makes me happy.
Right.
If you wanna see me happy, who's
So
texting
good.
me right now?
That was
Oh.
so good.
Yeah. Anyways, that's me, and I'm not ashamed of it.
And you shouldn't be. You should celebrate it.
That's me. That's I. People are gonna stop listening because they're like, he can't fucking shut up. Everything is a fucking song.
No.
Shut the fuck up. You're not on fucking Broadway, you dumb stupid bitch.
No, they love it. They love it so
Not one
much.
person has said, "Oh, I look forward to your
You
your
guys, a
singing
fan mail,
introductions."
right in the fan mail that you love it.
Everything is happy birthday, Julie. We love Julie. Julie.
People, okay, first of all, people write in about you all the time.
Name them.
Christian,
Christian.
Hyman,
Okay, those people don't
D
count.
literally no oh, so they don't count. D always mentions how amazing she
He
thinks you
does.
are.
Yeah, D is very nice. I'm not
Yeah,
talking
we
about
love
D.
D around here.
Love D. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. We should have talked about this before we started recording because I don't know if I should ask or not. Um,
Ask, and then I'll tell you whether we need to cut
okay.
it or not.
Have you spoken to Dee since our last episode?
I spoke to her the morning that the episode was released because
Okay.
I remembered it came flooding back to me what
Uh-huh.
we had talked about.
Are you
And
drunk
so
when we record these episodes? Like, what
no,
is
but
the issue?
okay, first of all, you also
I do.
immediately
Yeah,
forget the episode as soon as we hit
I do.
stop
Well,
record.
and to be fair, I do listen to it one time before it goes, before it goes on air.
Right.
You record it and it's like out of,
It's gone.
as soon as I hit publish, out of mine.
Right.
But, you know,
So it did come flooding back, and I was like,
uh-huh,
"Hey,
uh-huh,
FYI,
uh-huh,
I hope that it didn't make you uncomfortable.
uh-huh.
Um, let me know
That's
if it
nice.
did.
Yeah.
Like, it's all coming from like a place of like love and admiration. We think you're great. We
Yeah.
genuinely appreciate the way that you listen to our
Yeah.
pod or whatever." And then she replied, and she hadn't listened to it yet. So she's like, I'll report back, but I'm sure it's fine. Like, you guys are great, whatever. And then she
Uh-huh.
listened to it and she's like, you guys crack me up. It's fine. I'm not offended whatsoever.
Oh, thanks,
Get off
D.
my nuts because I have a partner. And I said, I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry. I hope the partner doesn't listen to the pod because how uncomfortable for them.
D, does your partner listen to the pod? Or do people like to make this a personal experience? Or do people share this with their
Is
partner?
this a community of
Is this
things?
do you
Yeah.
speak about us at the dinner table while you're making dinner, while you're driving to dinner?
Right.
What is our relationship with all of your partners is something that I'm really curious about.
Right. Right.
How do you weave us into your relationship? And
Right.
how do we make your relationship even stronger?
Right. So, Jaime, feel free to
Somebody,
write in about that.
yeah,
Let us know
somebody.
how you and Ken are doing with our podcast in the middle of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Also, one thing I would like to clarify for everyone is I will never flirt with a person. So if you're interested, you need to get on top of it. You can't wait for me. If you're waiting for me, I'll never get there. It's just, I'm not a flirty. And I say that, but I do think I'm a flirty person, but I don't think I realize when it's happening or that
Here's the
it's
thing.
happening.
Here's the thing about all of you who say you don't flirt or you don't know how to flirt. You all are the biggest flirts, okay? My
Okay,
God.
but when it comes to like intentionally flirting,
Sure.
that's not a thing that I know
Well,
how to
that's how
do.
the rest of us get in trouble
Right.
because then we're like, you were flirting with me and now I'm not supposed to.
Right. So if anyone's interested, it's time to say it now because I guarantee you I haven't caught on. So if you would like to do something about it, you have to make the first move.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am untraditional in many ways, but in the dating world, I am unfortunately very traditional.
I don't know.
Okay, in terms of that beginning stages of making the move, I'm not the
Sure.
one that's gonna make the move.
Well, and I'm just saying that maybe if you started making the move, you would
Right.
be getting a lot more of what you want. And
Yeah.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
But it's like the idea of rejection. It's really
Julie, we get rejected every day of our
I
lives.
know, but like it really does a number on my brain. The idea of rejection is really debilitating to me.
How about you start doing the rejection?
Right.
How about that?
Right. Yeah. How about it?
How about it?
Well, think about it.
Let's practice a little bit. Come
Oh no.
up to me and flirt with me.
I don't know how to flirt. That's the thing. I
Okay,
know
say
you what you're
hi.
saying. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I hate this.
Oh my God. Okay. Ugh. Okay. We could
Dude,
never bring role play into the bedroom.
we could never. I'm not really good at it. I'm sorry.
I
This is
th
why I could never be an actress.
I think you could be actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're off to a roaring start here.
It's going great.
We're in mid-October.
Isn't that crazy?
Why is my father calling me? My
Oh
goodness.
my
Okay, well, I'm gonna
God.
have to hang up on him.
No, you can answer.
If it's an emergency, he'll call me back.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, mid-October. Well, I don't even know what I'm
Mid-October.
saying about mid-October.
Oh, It's mid-October. We're almost at Halloween. Are you gonna dress up for Halloween?
Likely not.
Okay, why?
I don't have anywhere to go. Halloween is
Should
not my
we
Halloween
go
is not my
somewhere?
Halloween is not my favorite.
Oh, why not? What's wrong with it?
I'm not the biggest fan of dressing up. I
Oh,
have dressed up in the past as
yeah.
an adult, minimal effort, if I'm being very honest.
What's the last thing you dressed up as?
What's the last thing I dressed up as? Maybe a champion.
What?
Yeah, like I had like a bunch of gold medals that were like party store medals, and then I wore like shorts and a t-shirt, and I had I was a champion.
I love that.
Well, your
I
reaction
I love
is
it. I love it. I love it. The last time I dressed up was last year as a scarecrow. It was very minimal effort as well.
yeah, in high school, my senior year of high school, I was in the associated student body
Mm.
class,
Uh-huh.
and I felt the need that I needed to dress up because as a student leader, you know, we were
Right.
dressing up. And I think I had the most original best costume.
What was it?
I was a nudist on strike. Yeah. And I had a sign around my neck that said nudist on strike. Which now that I think about it, I'm like, should I have been like, nudist on strike or whatever? I mean, I was fully clothed. That was the point of that was
That
the
was the
point of the
point. It
costume.
was a joke. Yeah.
Um, yeah.
I love that.
Here, I'll be very frank with you.
Oh, here we go.
I,
Uh-huh.
I'm not a big Halloween person because I don't really like dressing up in costumes. I find costumes uncomfortable, and then if I don't feel good in them, I don't, it just makes me self-conscious, and that's really why I don't like to dress up.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
I love Halloween and I do love dressing up, but I never have anywhere to go, so I don't ever do it.
Where could we go at this point in our lives?
I don't know. West Hollywood does a Halloween thing.
Absolutely not.
There's a
Absolutely not. That is,
that
do you know how, have you been?
not to the Halloween stuff. To
I've
Pride, I've
been,
been. I
I've
can only
been
imagine.
I've been maybe once or twice, maybe three times. Ugh.
Right.
It's so you have to walk so far. You can't get anywhere. Every bar has a line and a cover.
Yeah.
There's so many people. In order to get a like getting a car is crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather go
Yeah.
trick or treating.
We could go trick-or-treating. I have a kid.
I would go to somebody's house if somebody was hosting like a little Halloween party and I knew them and they were
That's
like I would
different.
go to somebody's
Yeah.
house and that's the last time I dressed up as a champion. Um, it was
Oh,
somebody's
for someone's Halloween
yeah
party. That's
yeah,
fun.
but I would go to somebody's house.
Yeah. More laid back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it better be
But
fun. Don't invite me to boring parties. You know.
right. 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 Right.
Yeah. Should I throw a party? The parking is
Should you?
horrible here. I could never.
The parking is horrible. Though it wasn't that bad the last time I went. I did find parking. I mean, it was in the street next over, but I mean, that's not horrible.
When you came for my birthday,
Hmm.
you literally got out of the car and said, I've been circling around for 30 minutes.
I know because I wasn't circling around. I was going up and down your street and then I got
Um,
with it and I said, let's try the street next over and then I
uh-huh.
found parking.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Well,
happy
happy Halloween and all that. Do you like
Halloween,
getting
everyone.
scared?
I
So you have
actually,
issues with every bit
no,
of
I
Halloween.
actually do like getting scared
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I've been to Hollywood Horror Nights quite a couple times.
Oh,
I
really?
did retire. I just want to make that, I did retire.
Why did you
Um,
retire?
Um,
Did they scare you too badly?
No, I mean it is scary. I will say it is scary. Have you ever been to one of those like where you go through the
Only
maze?
only once, and it was years ago.
Okay, I've been quite a couple times. Maybe 3 or 4 times I would say. I don't remember exactly, but Jaime, Bestie Jaime and his sister Anne, who's my dear beautiful friend, love to go. Anne puts it on every year. She sends out invites. And
Oh, I
actually
love
the
that.
Partyful link just reminded me that I have a week.
Oh my God, Anna,
But I
my
did I
my
Anne, I
invite
did
must have gotten lost in the mail.
see Julie, be careful because you will get invited. And then if
Awkward.
you don't show up, then why are you talking? Okay? This is
Okay, but when you guys go, you know what I really want? And I asked my brother to get it yesterday. He went to Halloween Horror Nights, and I guarantee you he didn't. You know those little plushies of Hello Kitty Chucky dolls?
I have no idea.
Well, look it up. They're so
Okay.
fucking cute. I tried to get my brother to buy me one, and I guarantee you he forgot. He hasn't texted me yet today, but I
Yeah.
guarantee you he didn't get it. But I love it.
I mean,
I love being scared.
yeah, okay. The last time I went, I had to show up because I think I went to work. It always also happens to be on a day that I have to work when they decide to go. But last time I think I had to work, and so I showed up a little late, so I went by myself, and I entered by myself, which I don't think I had done before. And they
Okay.
got there early to do like the early line or whatever. And
Yeah.
I had to walk through the park by myself to meet them at the maze that they were already at. I
No.
handled it like the boss bitch that I am.
I love that for you.
I had to walk through the Harry Potter land area. That was scary. But here's the thing, you have to walk in with confidence. You have to act like you know where you're going and you have to
Right.
move. Okay? Don't let them smell the fear on you because
Right.
the second you let them smell the fear on you, that's when they get you. Outside of the mazes, inside the mazes, I don't want to say that I maybe like acted up a little bit, but maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I'm a
Yeah.
screamer. I'm a screamer. I usually
So
do
am
keep
I.
I do keep my head down a lot of the time.
Okay.
But the mazes I find are actually not that scary, you know?
Right. It's the
Anybody who's been
anticipation
anybody
more
who's
than
been with
anything.
me is probably like, that's because you keep your fucking head down the whole time, you stupid dumb bitch. No.
You're like, it's
Sometimes
not
I
that
open my
scary. I
eyes.
didn't even see anything.
Well, and like what's wrong with holding on to a man? You know?
Right. Right.
Like, okay, let me walk with a man. Let me hide
Yeah.
behind him. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I've hidden behind some beautiful men when we go.
Men have to be good for something.
And guess what?
Right.
Unfortunately, I love men. It's my worst flaw.
Same. Same.
But guess
Same.
what? If we're going
Yeah.
into a hidden maze and you happen to have broad shoulders and a nice arm to latch onto, well,
What am I supposed to do?
what
Not
am
hold
I
on to
supposed to
it?
fucking do? Freddy Krueger
Right.
standing in front of me. You want me to just be like, "Oh, hi, Freddy"? No, I'm gonna stand behind the beautiful man that is there, and I'm gonna scream and hold on to them.
Right.
You
Right.
know what? Maybe I will go. Maybe I
Maybe,
will go.
maybe you will go.
Maybe I will. Who wants to volunteer to be my
That
my
sounds
maze
fun.
partner? And you know what, ladies, I'll give you a chance too. I'll walk in with a lady. I'm just gonna let you walk in first.
Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting.
No, I'm just kidding. I can be in the front. I can be in the front. And I won't be in the front of the group, but I'll be, when we're
Right.
paired up. Yeah. One time, I will say this, the lines are long and they keep getting longer. Okay. The lines are long.
Yeah, they are.
And one time we were standing behind Chris Appleton. You know who Chris Appleton is? You have no
No.
idea. Chris
No.
Appleton is Kim Kardashian's hairdresser.
Oh.
And also J-Lo's. And that day, he happened to be doing J-Lo's hair for World of Dance because they filmed it
I
on the first.
feel I just had deja vu. Like you've told us
I
this
have told this
story.
story.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have told this story.
Okay.
I
But
love it. No, no,
some people
no,
might
I
be
did.
new here. Hi, my name is Adrian, and sometimes I repeat stories.
No, I wasn't saying it because of that. I just said I had deja vu.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, that is Halloween for me.
Right. Okay.
One time, I've told this story too before.
And
I
that's
had
okay.
I had a complete and utter meltdown when I was younger,
Mm,
and I think that kind of scarred me. My family had let this family live in. We have like two rooms in the garage. I've told
mm,
this story before, but I'm just gonna remind everybody. And this family, it was a man and a woman, and they had two kids. One of the kids was my age. His name was Oscar. The other kid, I think his name was Daniel. He was a couple years younger. Um, and I don't know what it was. Maybe they said something about my costume, which was homemade, and they didn't have homemade costumes. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I really don't remember. But I do remember that I was very upset that time, and then I never dressed up for Halloween again. And you know what? You know what? If there's one thing I
what?
loved to do is I loved to throw a temper tantrum. Oh my gosh, did I love it. When my mother first took me to kindergarten,
Uh-huh.
she took me into that school kicking and screaming. I did not want to go. I have a very vivid memory of my sister, who's 10 years older than me, and my mom trying to take me into that classroom. Late, by the way, which that never changed. Um, but I went in there kicking and screaming. I loved a temper tantrum. And so when I was upset about this Halloween costume, we lived on a dirt road, and there were only very few neighbors. We were bookended by two old couples, and one of the older
Mm-hmm.
couples, his the wife was a substitute teacher. So sometimes she would teach my class, and she loved us. I loved her, and we would be the only people to go trick or treat at her house because it was a dirt road. There were no
Right.
people trick or treating in our homes. And I think I remember my sister was like, he was very upset about the costume. Anyways,
I love that.
I don't throw temper tantrums anymore. Uh,
Well, I
oh,
think,
tell me
well,
about a temper tantrum I've thrown.
let's not discuss.
The one right
I
now.
think, I think that how we experience our first day of kindergarten really sets a path for our existence in the world. Because on my first day of kindergarten, I was super fine. My mom was in there dropping me off. I was doing great. I looked around, everyone was crying. I started crying. My mom's like, "Why are you crying?" And I said, "Well, I feel bad because everyone else is crying." And if that's not who I am as a person, I don't know
Uh-huh.
what is. I
That
don't know what
is
is.
that is so you. What Okay, wait, what does it say? What does my temper tantrum say about me?
You love to make a scene. And you sure do. And you sure do. Because
I
I
sure
doubt you
do.
were that upset about being dropped off at kindergarten. You
I
said,
think I
I
really
will make a motherfucking entrance if it's the last thing I do.
okay, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
I do kind of love to make a scene.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then I don't think it's always negative.
No, I don't think it's always negative either.
Um, my sister texted me. She said,
Oh
"Dad
my
called, but you didn't answer. He just wants to know how you are." Oh my God. You don't call them one day and all of a sudden it's like, "My God, get a
Oh
grip."
my God. You
First of
know,
all,
he
this
went
man,
directly to your sister and was like, so he hates me.
no, he didn't
Because
say
he
that.
didn't
No. No,
answer.
you know why he went to my sister? Because he doesn't
Mm.
text. So he's like, "Text him."
Oh.
But like we did not talk for like 4 days earlier this week.
I think that's beautiful. Your dad misses you.
I don't think. Okay. Yes. Okay. My dad. Yes, I'm sure he does miss me, but I don't think that that is the point of why he's calling.
Why do you think he's calling?
I think because I probably should have called yesterday and I didn't call. But actually, I did call. I did call because my father loves a FaceTime. So I called him on FaceTime and it wasn't ringing. And then I
Oh.
called my mom on her phone and it wasn't ringing either. So I was like,
Oh.
what? happening. And then I had to rush out the door because I was going to dinner,
Right.
so I didn't call them back.
Wow. My dad took me to the airport when I went to Vegas last Thursday, Friday, and we talked the entire way there. And then I got out of the car and I looked at my friend Katie and I was like, that's the longest conversation I've had with my dad in like the last 3 months. So I think it's beautiful that your dad calls you.
No, yeah. Well, yeah, it's no, I agree. Like it's very lovely. It's fine. I feel very fortunate. I feel very fortunate. But like
Okay.
but also we went 4 days earlier this week without talking, and now all of a sudden he's like wants to make sure I'm okay because it's I don't know. Sometimes I think he just doesn't have enough to do.
One
Listen, the
day,
other kids,
no one will check on you,
the
and
other
you're
kid,
gonna
I
miss
know,
that.
I know, I appreciate it very much. I fully understand how fortunate and lucky I am. I really do.
Good. Good.
It's just sometimes a little silly because,
Right.
sir,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just a little silly sometimes.
I love that.
Anyways, I forgot what we were talking about.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Oh, right. I like to make a scene. Yeah.
Right. Who
Ugh.
doesn't?
And who knows it better than my father? My God.
You're like,
Sometimes,
here he goes again.
well, I sometimes I'll tell friends like my life. My parents had two kids,
Mm,
my older sister and my older brother, and then waited 8 years until they had me,
right.
and then quickly had my sister. I was born March 1989, and my little sister was born November 1990. It was
Oh
really.
my goodness. Get off of her, sir. Oh my
Ew.
God.
First of
I
all,
mean,
ew.
so that's
No.
how babies are made, in case no
Okay,
one
I
told you.
know. But I think that they thought I needed a friend, so they were like,
Oh.
you know, hurry up.
Was
Um,
there you're too older? Do they have that close of a age gap as well, or did
I
they wait a
think
little bit?
they're like maybe 2 years apart, or
Oh wow.
maybe
Uh-huh.
I don't know, 2 or 3 years apart. Um, I forgot where I was going with this.
Oh damn.
Oh, um, so so a lot of my life was more so my parents and me and my little sister going places because my older siblings at some point got jobs and had lives and they
Right.
stopped hanging out, right? So I took control of the situation. I sat in the front seat next to my dad. I picked the music we were listening to.
I love that.
I I made the decisions about what
Right.
we were listening to. I wasn't dictating where we were going, but I was dictating where I sat and what we listened to. And some people are like, "Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense." And other people are like, bossy."
Right.
And I'm here to live in my
Truth.
full truth.
Yeah. And I love that for you.
So, I don't know. I love to make a scene. What can I say?
I love it. We've learned so
Wow.
much
I
about each
that
other.
that kind of really connected a lot of dots for me.
I love that because the moment my mom told me that story about me in kindergarten, I said, "Oh my God, I knew who I was from the very beginning."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to three schools for kindergarten.
Oh
In the span of
wow.
9 months, I went to three schools.
Did you throw a
Lincoln,
tantrum at every single one of
no,
them?
Lincoln Elementary, where I first started. That's where I threw the tantrums.
Lovely.
That's in Santa Ana, California.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You should look it up. You should go drive by.
Okay, I will. I went to Walker Elementary in Santa Ana.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
I couldn't tell you where it is now, but that is where I went.
I will look it up on Google Maps sometimes because then I know how to get to the house that we were in.
Oh,
Um,
fun.
so I'll like Google Street View the house.
Yeah.
Um, and then I went to, I don't know the name of the school. I don't know, but it's in Riverside. We lived in my aunt's house for a little bit and we went to Riverside. And I don't think I threw a tantrum because my older cousin went to school there.
Oh.
So I felt safe. And then by the time I got to Lake Elsinore at Elsinore Elementary, I was walking in there like I had already been here, done this, done that, and these kids couldn't catch up to me.
Right.
I showed up late and I said, I don't give a fuck.
So again, you knew who you were from a very young age. I love that.
Yeah, and I never looked back.
That's beautiful.
The only other thing I remember about elementary school, not true. I remember quite a couple things. I hated third grade. For some reason,
Wow.
for some reason, I, I don't even, I couldn't tell you why, but I was very upset about the third grade class that I got put in. I would go home crying, and I don't know why. I
Interesting.
could be because they had split the campus, and I was in a third grade, fourth grade combination class,
Mm.
and I was with the older kids over there, and I think maybe that could I don't know. But one time I did not want to take a test.
Mm.
I pretended to be sick so I could get out of taking a test.
Wow.
And I think I had gone to the nurse's office earlier in the day and they're like, get back to class. And then right before the test, I was like, I really don't feel good. And I was such a fucking scammer.
Oh God.
Anyways, the other thing and then I got bullied. I was walking with
Oh.
my hands like this at some point, walking down from lunch. I'm being exaggerated, but they were higher like this. And
Mm-hmm.
some kid came up to me and said, I think he said only girls do that. And I was like, okay. I don't remember who it was.
I hate that.
I mean, what were they gonna do to me?
I didn't get bullied until I was in junior high. I had a
Mm,
very good, I can't think of anything super formative about elementary school. But I feel it's because it was like fine. But
mm,
junior high, yeah, pe girls were mean to me in junior
mm,
high.
mm.
Yeah, crazy times.
And nobody really bullied me from what I can remember. I got cyberbullied in high school on
Oh,
in AIM chat rooms, AOL chat rooms.
that is so crazy.
Yeah, somebody who I knew was like, "You're gay," blah 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 blah, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I didn't know who it was.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. Anyways,
Oh my God. What a time to be alive.
uh, and also I could barely pass algebra too.
Oh, dude, don't even get me into math. I hated math.
But
And
Mr.
my
Smith
math,
passed me.
oh, did he?
Yeah.
My math high school teacher was very hot. I couldn't
Mm.
concentrate. You expected me to concentrate? I can't concentrate. I could barely concentrate without a hot teacher. Imagine having a hot teacher. Forget about it. I was not good at math. I hated it. Then I had to take summer class, and then he was my teacher again. And I was like, and this is punishment. This doesn't feel like punishment. I fucking hate math, man. I hate it. I hate
Ugh.
it. I hate it.
I think I got. I think some of the kids maybe made fun of me for wearing tidy whities in the locker room when we had to change. I isn't that crazy? Why are
Yeah,
you laughing? Because I said tidy whities. Okay, briefs. Is that better?
that is crazy.
Isn't that weird?
I honestly didn't remember that we used to change in locker rooms in
We
front of other
did.
people.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, call the police.
Call the police. My
That
Avid
feels like we
teacher,
shouldn't.
my Avid teacher, one of my Avid teachers, do you know what Avid is?
I feel like it. Remind me.
Advancement via individual
Right.
determination.
We're there. We're oh, Jesus Christ. He's like, to be clear, this is exactly what it means.
It was like a class that you took to like help you to get into college or whatever. And which I did not go to, by the way.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Well, to college. I went to both. I went to Avid and then
You're
I
like,
went to
I lied.
college. I lie. I'm a liar. I love to make scenes. Oh my God. Um what was I saying? Oh, my Avid teacher, her husband was a PE teacher. and
Okay.
he got in trouble for having an inappropriate relationship with a female student.
Oh my
Yeah. Hmm.
God. Ew.
Yeah.
That is so funny because when I got my hair done a couple of weeks ago, my hairdresser is this girl I went to high school with.
Uh,
And this girl has the memory of an elephant. She's like, remember so and so? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't remember. But we were going through all these rumors that we had heard in high school and which ones were actually true and which ones weren't. Because she knows which ones were true. She talked to more people than I did. And we were talking about the fact that the theater teacher, like our senior year or like our junior year, got fired because there was this rumor that he was like sleeping around with a student. And she was like, no, that's not a rumor. He was sleeping around with the student, like he was sleeping with the student who was like the most, like I remember in my freshman year, he showed us a performance of Les Mis that they had done the previous year, and this girl was I think she was Eponine in it, and I remember hearing her sing, and that is a moment that I fell in love with musicals when I heard this girl sing in this the like high school production. I was like, this is so beautiful. I want to listen to musicals for the rest of my life. Literally the moment that I fell in love with it. She was so talented, and everyone was like, if anyone's gonna make it out of this shit city, it's gonna be this girl because she's so talented. But no, she was fucking around with one of our teachers, and then she had to go into hiding because the rumors were so bad about her. Then she was telling me about this other teacher that I don't remember, but she swears he was a teacher that we all had, and who is now married to someone who was a student. And he's
mm.
like 50 and the girl's like 23 or something.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy? Teachers are most of the time disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got that job specifically for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
And you're not going to know until you know.
Hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. There are good teachers.
There are many good teachers.
Yeah.
There are
But there,
many bad ones.
there are many bad ones. Yeah.
And you're not going to know until you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Anyways, I have no idea how we got here,
I'm not sure either
but anything else you have to say, Julie? Anything else you would like to discuss
about teachers.
about anything?
Oh, I do want to show off my new tattoo.
You got a new tattoo. Pretty. What does it say? Tell
Look
the
at
class.
it. It says, "You put your emptiness to melody," which is a
Oh.
Hosier song in Hosier's handwriting.
How
Yeah.
did you get that?
When I met him in Long Beach a couple years ago, when he did the what are they called? Give it to
Sound
me.
it out. Uh,
Record stores,
record
Jesus.
stores.
He did a tour of record stores when his album was about to be released, Unreal Unearthed. And I went to the Amoeba one and I didn't have the guts to ask him to write something down for me. And then I also had tickets to the Long Beach one and I said, you have to, even though it felt like the most uncomfortable thing that I would ever have to do. Because what if he said I can't?
Is
Or
this
what
the
if his
time that
people?
man got you tickets?
Yeah, top
Uh-huh.
two most romantic things that have ever happened to
Never
me.
spoke to him again.
Never did, no. Um, but it was really nice of him to do that.
Uh-huh.
And then I met him in Long Beach and I said it's now or never. So I did. I asked him if he could write my favorite lyric down on a piece of paper and he said of course. He didn't have anywhere to write and I offered my back and he said no, I would never do that. How rude. And he wrote it on his like put the paper on his hand and he wrote on it. And then we hugged.
Read it to me again.
You put your emptiness to melody.
And what does that mean for you?
It's like you put, well, I inter this the whole song is about, it's called To Noise Making, parentheses, sing, which is just about like singing for joy or like finding a song that speaks to your heart or something like that. And that's kind of what it means. Like sometimes when I'm sad, emptiness, you kind of like listen to music to get yourself out of like the funk. And so there's like something about that lyric that always jumped out at me. It's a song that he literally never sings live. I was like, and then I'm talking to my friend Katie. We're in the car, and I was like, I'm hoping, and I was telling her about the lyrics, and I was like, it's my favorite song. And she was like, which song is it? And I was like, To Noise Making. And she goes, that's my favorite song. And I said,
Mm.
You mother. She's like, no one ever talks about that song. I'm like, I know because he never sings it. He like put it in an album and then he forgot about it for the rest of his life. And she's like, I love that song. I was like, oh my God, Katie, you were meant to be on this trip with me. And yeah, I love it. And I love Hosier and the concert was great. And if you ever get, he said at his last US show a couple of days ago that he's going to be gone for a couple of years. He said a couple of years. But when he comes back around, if you have never seen this man live, I strongly encourage you to go to a show because, oh my fucking God, he was so good. He was so good.
Beautiful.
Have you ever seen him live?
No.
Oh my God. Adrian, next time he comes, we're going because I'm
Okay.
telling you, it's life altering to watch this man sing.
Take me to church.
Exactly. Exactly.
Something always brings me back to you.
Exactly.
That's not a Hoiser song, but
No, but you sang, and that was beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
I the only song that is stuck in my head right now is Gravity. Something always
Which one? Oh,
brings me
the Sarah
back
one.
to you. Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah. We love her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, remember when we saw Sarah Bareilles at the Troubadour front
Oh,
row?
do I
Literally
ever,
at the
bitch? She
stage?
was right there. She was right there, and we were right there. We were right
Because
there
you made us get
together.
there at early.
And was it worth it?
Yeah, it was. And it was just her and a
Absolutely.
piano, wasn't it? Or did
Just
she have a band?
her, and no,
Oh,
it was just her, a piano, a guitar at some point, I think.
yeah.
It was gorgeous, though.
Let me write you a love song.
I still can't believe that I stood that close to her and that is the day she put me on her Instagram story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, what a time to be alive. We love Sarah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, this is her song. If I
Oh.
dare.
Why don't you get anything I say tattooed on you?
Oh, say something.
Huh?
What?
Say what?
Who said that?
You said say something nice?
No. Did I? I didn't
Yeah,
say
that's
that.
what you said.
No. I didn't
Yeah.
say that. No.
Say something. You don't think I'm nice?
I think you're so nice.
Okay. Your voice went really high.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay. And who agrees with Julie? Raise your hand.
Everyone put your hands down. How mean. I'm just kidding.
You don't think I'm nice.
I think you're the nicest.
One
No,
time,
okay. Oh, mhm.
one time somebody told me that they think I'm a bitch.
Oh.
Somebody from work, and we both go to the gym, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I thought that you were like kind of a bitch."
I've been told that before.
I told my therapist that, and he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Well, yeah."
I
But I'm
kind of
not trying to,
am.
here's the thing, I'm not trying to be a bitch.
Right.
Um, I just I just like I I don't we don't need to have the chit chat. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
I'm not gonna go up to you and start chatting with you. You're working out.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Totally. I've shockingly been told that before too. Like, oh, before you talked to me, I thought you were like a bitch. I'm like,
And
oh.
and do you think it was true?
I think that sometimes people perceive my quiet, like when I shut down often or isolate in public situations, I think people perceive that as me assuming I'm like too good for the situation or something when it's just me having social anxiety. But I don't think people know how to perceive that properly. So yeah, I think that they see it and they think like, oh, she doesn't want to interact with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that can come off as bitchy
I
to
think
some.
yeah, I think this I think I think there's a big part of me that's a very serious person and
Yeah.
like and so I can be quiet and serious.
Right.
That doesn't make me a bitch.
Right.
You want to see me be a bitch?
I think people don't know how to interact with layered human beings sometimes.
Totally.
It's like the version that they get a glimpse of has to be the version that they understand consistently. And
Right.
sometimes that's not the way that it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Ugh, look at us.
Look at us.
More layered than a seven bean dip. There's a grocery store up the street from me, and they have like a bean dip. And every time I'm like, because I enjoy a bean dip, you know,
Sure,
and I'm
sure.
like, I want to buy it, but
Right.
I wouldn't finish it by myself.
Who's to say?
I think I would. But then
Okay.
also, but then when I grab it, I think that there's something in it that I don't like, so then I don't grab it. But I'm looking for just a small 7 layer, doesn't have to be 7 layers actually, like a
Okay.
layered bean dip, like
Okay.
maybe some cheese, beans,
Right.
sour cream, guacamole.
What if, hear me out, you
Yeah.
bought the little bean dips that they
Uh,
sell by the chip aisle
uh-huh.
that I've never, I don't like a bean dip, but that, and then you buy your own guac cheese and sour cream to put on top of it so that
Hmm.
you don't have to spend all this money on a 7 layered bean dip and you could just make your own at home.
I don't think the price was the issue.
Oh, you're looking at me like you think I can't afford a 7 layered bean dip? I just mean sometimes we don't want to spend money on the.
Oh, no. I think it was the ingredients. There was something in
Okay.
it. And then but then also like it's bigger than I
Well,
need.
well, that's what I'm saying. The ones that they sell at the chip aisle are like this big, maybe.
Hmm. My mom would be like, making your own fucking beans, dumbass.
Right, okay.
My mom would never say that. She, first of all, isn't speaking in English like that. Um, and also she doesn't cuss at me. Um,
Oh my God, I love that.
but I'm a cusser.
So am I.
I love to cuss.
The other day, Sophia and I were having a conversation about her little bitch ass friends that are being mean to her. And I was like trying to tell her like fuck your friends and like and we were having this conversation in the car and I was like, "And, fuck it. And you're your own person and I fucking love that and blah 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 and fuck those bitches and just, she was like, Thea, I think that's a little bit too much cussing for today. I
Yeah.
was like,
She's 9 years old, Julie. Get it together.
funniest thing though, the way she said it, I was like, you're right. I'm gonna reel it back. I'm gonna reel it
Yeah.
back. I'm so
She's like,
sorry.
you're a little out of control, lady.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It was so funny though. She was like a little grown up. She's like, I think that's a little bit too much for today.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're right.
She's like, go sit down, grandma.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure,
I think you
grandma.
need to take a breather. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was amazing. What a
Can
kid.
we get her medication, please? I mean, she will be the one taking care of you.
1000%.
Yeah. She has to start practicing now.
For sure.
Um, okay. Any last words you want to get off your chest?
I have no words left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. No fan mail.
Wow. Oh, so you
Totally
hate
fine.
us?
Well, we saw what happened last week when somebody submitted fan mail. So I think people are a little scared.
We promise to be nice and chill the fuck out if you
Yeah.
guys send us. Actually, I'm not gonna make a promise I can't keep. So,
I think they're worried that one of us is going to confess our love to them.
and it will be me. So,
Well, could be me.
depends on who's sending it.
Depends on who it is.
Yeah,
Only way to find out, send in fan mail.
send a fan mail, and you will find out who is in love with you. Uh,
Okay. Well, with no fan mail, that means it's time for the pop culture pop up. First up on the pop culture pop up. Ugh, my gosh.
yeah.
I woke up to the news on Saturday.
Oof, 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 oof. Yeah.
No, was I at work? I was at work. Ugh, Diane Keaton
Yeah. Yeah.
at 79 has passed away.
Yeah.
I was distraught. I was
Right.
shocked. I was sad.
Mm-hmm.
Diane Keaton is, I think, incredibly cool, an incredible actress,
Mm-hmm.
an icon in every sense of the word.
Absolutely.
She is somebody I thought who would that would live forever.
Yeah.
She is a giant among giants, and for a young kid who was enthralled by celebrity and by Hollywood and by actresses, Diane Keaton was at the top of the list. Diane Keaton is somebody who I think embodied this idea of what Hollywood was for me.
Hmm.
And I saw a TikTok just in the last day of like, every movie role she was in at every age of her life, right? And her earlier stuff, I wasn't too familiar. I mean, obviously, I know Annie Hall and I know The Godfather and blah blah blah. But when I think of Diane Keaton, I think of '90s Diane Keaton. That is the woman who raised me. That is the woman who I think about, and it it's so. I think 79 is young.
I agree.
I think 79 is young. I thought she was going to live to 100. I am so sad to hear about this because I think everything I know about her has been wonderful. And I don't, she just represents a certain time in Hollywood and in pop culture that we will never get back to ever again. And I just think that she's a really incredible actress. And I will say this: The First Wives Club is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that movie. When I first saw that movie, I said, this is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I think that movie is perfect.
It's a pretty perfect film.
And to lose one of the three
Hmm.
is devastating.
Agreed. Agreed. I think I mean her talent is phenomenal. But you know what stands out to me is her interviews. She just
Mm.
seemed like such a light. She could be promoting something that I never heard of, was never planning on watching, but I would sit down and watch that interview anyway because
Mm-hmm.
she was so fun to watch in
Mm-hmm.
her true essence. She was just such a fun human, fashion style
Mm-hmm.
to die for. I really, really just enjoyed her essence. I think that there was so many great things about her. I watched First Wives Club for the first time, maybe just a couple of years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I was just introduced to it, and I agree that it is one of the greatest films. I think I'm gonna watch it tonight because it's like a feel good film. That last scene is iconic. It's an iconic scene. Um, and yeah, I just love her. It really did. I mean, 79 is young. When I read it, I audibly was like, oh my God. I just couldn't believe it because 79 is, I don't think that's that old. It's devastating. It's sad. She was such a talented person. This is the thing about growing up is like your favorite people start dying, and it's tough. So yeah, it sucks. She will be missed.
She really will.
Yeah.
Ugh, Diane. Love Diane. Okay, the
We're
news that I did wake up to,
okay.
next up on the pop culture pop up, the news that I did wake up to was about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Wendy Osefo. Have you heard about what has happened? You don't know
Not even a little
anything.
bit. No.
Wendy Osefo is a Real Housewife of Potomac.
Okay.
She's been on the show, I think, 4 or 5 seasons now. The show just premiered last week. Season
Okay.
10 just premiered last week. And I woke up to the news saying that Wendy and her husband, Eddie Osefo, have been arrested.
Oh my God.
They were arrested for insurance fraud.
Ah,
Wendy and Eddie, in April of this past year, I think, went to Jamaica
okay.
on a family vacation.
Okay.
When they came back, they called the cops and they said that their house and their room had been ransacked and that they had lost all kinds of things.
And they lied.
And it looks like they lied, allegedly. Um, they claimed that they lost, I think, about $500,000 in belongings, handbags, jewelry, designer things. And the police found it odd that it didn't look like anybody had broken into the house. Um, the insurance people, obviously, with that kind of money, are
Mm-hmm.
going to make sure they cross their I's and dot their T's. Wendy, a couple days after, this was right before they were going to start filming the new season. A couple days after they had filed this insurance claim, posted a photo on Instagram of her wearing a ring that she said had been stolen. When they went to arrest the Osefos this weekend, they found a lot of the belongings that they had mentioned that had been stolen.
They didn't even hide them. Oh my God, you
They
guys.
also, it looked like they had also purchased a lot of things and returned things. Um, I'm devastated about this. I know it sounds a little silly, but I don't know how I feel about Wendy as a character on the show. Sometimes I liked
Right.
her, sometimes I didn't. I don't think I ever disliked her, but
Okay.
I wasn't completely sold on Wendy. And Wendy is a figure that I was aware of before she was on Housewives because she was a political commentator. So
Mm.
she looked familiar to me. She was a familiar person to me. Um, she as her, she likes to make it known, she has 4 degrees. She
Mm-hmm.
is a doctor. She has a doctorate in her field of study, I think is political science. And um, she ended up on the Real Housewives of Potomac and has outlived a couple of cast changes. Her husband started a marijuana company, Happy Eddie. They have a Happy Eddie product. In the first episode, they are talking about how Happy Eddie, how the business is booming.
Well,
That Eddie has to go to New Jersey to to look at, walk through the facility because it's expanding into another state. I feel bad because their children are very, very young
mm,
and very precious. I think the oldest one is maybe like 12, and then their daughter is maybe like 4 or whatever. Their kids are precious. They're young. They're a young couple. They're millennials. They remind me of a lot of people that I know. They remind me of, it just is, it's very sad. I think it's very sad because it was also very stupid.
yeah.
This did they did not do their homework.
No.
They Eddie was emailing Wendy asking like what are other things we can, put on the claim.
You guys.
They didn't even break a window. I
Oh,
mean,
you guys.
in that sense it's frustrating because people get away with fraud all the time. I mean, white people have been doing it in this country forever.
Right.
And it just is, It's just it's sad, and I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out about the circumstances as to why they decided to do this. Was it Eddie's idea, and Wendy just said yes? Both of them are Nigerian. I don't know if there are cultural, factors of like the wife is listening to the husband or doing whatever the husband wants to do. I don't know if you know immigrant families take care of a lot of people in their family. They're sending money back to their country. Um, Eddie also was a lawyer. Wendy, with 4 degrees, must have a lot of student debt. Um, on top of all of that, I think keeping up with the Joneses is something that a lot of people who want to be on reality TV struggle with. And,
Mm,
um, this is all speculation of mine. It could be a variety of reasons why they decided they thought they needed to do this.
mm.
But on top of Karen Huger, the Grand Dame of Potomac, getting arrested and serving jail time for her DUI, and now Wendy likely will be going to prison with her husband.
Oh,
Um, it's a tough time in the Potomac. I feel bad. I feel bad because they seemed like all right people, and the kids are gonna be. This is gonna be so hard for the kids,
totally.
and you just never want to see anybody fail like this. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's sad. It's tough. No matter, their characters on TV, yes. Um, but it's still sad that they felt like they had to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wendy, if you feel the need to tell your story, we're happy to have you here on the pod.
yes.
I don't know if you saw, but there was a huge meme about this woman on the Wendy Williams show who was like, "Are you a fan of Nicki Minaj?" And she's like, "Am I a fan of Nicki Minaj? Sri Lanka, Lanka, Lanka." I forget exactly what she said. Do you remember that?
No, no.
We
I
live in
mean,
two
if
completely
I
different worlds on the internet.
1000%, but
Um,
maybe if I saw the clip, I would be like,
Maybe.
oh, I've heard that.
She then started to sing a Nicki Minaj lyric, but she did it in like the wrong order or whatever. It's very funny. Um, that's Wendy.
Wow.
Anyways, I did watch the first episode of Potomac, and let me tell you, it was really good. The episode was really great.
Right.
And I don't know how this is going to affect the rest of the season. Are they going to change things? Are they going to edit things out? Now there's a cloud over the show again.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Tough
We just
times.
want to have fun in the Potomac.
Right. Yeah.
It's not happening.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Do you have anything to say or any questions you would like to ask?
I have zero thoughts on this.
Okay,
It all sounds very dramatic
it
and
is.
intense. And these are, I need to remind everyone, grown women we're talking about. So it's all very crazy for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
But, if you're going to commit a crime, I need you to do some research. Break a window.
Yes.
Get some clothes out of the drawers.
Yeah.
Hide the things you said were stolen.
Yeah.
Just a couple of, I mean, I'm not giving you guys tips, but I'm
Or
just
hire
saying,
somebody
hire somebody. I don't know,
to come
guys.
rob you.
It
Yeah.
feels like if you're gonna really if you're really gonna commit to a crime,
Yeah.
you really gotta commit to the crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, finally on the pop culture pop up, Taylor Swift
Oh,
has broken the record for the most album
no,
sales.
she
No. Okay.
hasn't.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Julie, tell us.
No, she hasn't.
Okay. Tell us.
Any record that Taylor Swift has broken is false, is false because you can't break records when you release 5,000 variants of the same fucking album and call it selling records. Absolutely not. I will not stand by that. Adele still holds that record. Taylor Swift, who? Here's the thing about Miss Swift. I enjoy her music. I do. I enjoy her music. As a human being, she sounds insufferable. I don't know how Swifties are sticking by this woman at this point because she just confirmed that she is the person that we all thought she was. And the person that we thought she was a girl that molds herself into the person that her partner wants her to be. She is um weaving, for lack of a better word, Travis into her brand. And I am going on record on here and saying that she will come to regret that. But she is weaving him into she announced her album on his podcast. Now there's Swifties are saying that they bought signed CDs of the album and they're coming in signed by Travis and by Taylor. Why is a man here? Why is this man signing an album that he had nothing to do with? People are like, Joe Alwyn did it too. Joe Alwyn wrote and produced songs on the albums he signed. He wrote and produced songs in folk, whatever the fuck the album was called, folklore. That's different to me. I still would be annoyed, but that's different because why is a man here yet again? Like I wouldn't like it, but that's different. In this case, what did Travis do for the album in order for him to sign the album? I would say return to sender if I got a signed album by Travis Kelce. What the fuck do you mean? I don't think it's right of her to weave him into her brand. But if you've ever needed confirmation that this woman is a walking, breathing brand that thinks before she does everything, someone pointed out on Twitter a couple of days ago, I saw that she talks like she's waiting for applause after every sentence. And I clocked it a while ago, but I was like, no, that's crazy. But then there was all these clips in under that tweet of like when she has done this, where like she speaks and then she pauses as if she's waiting for applause. Another thing that happened recently, I'm not sure a lot of people have clocked it. She was in the Graham Norton show. Louis Capaldi was also in the Graham Norton show. Lewis gets on the couch. He's a singing guest. So usually, I don't know if you watch the Graham Norton show, it's like all the actors or whatever. Then the singing guest will sing, and then the singing guest will join the couch at the end for the last couple of minutes of the show. Lewis comes on, and Graham Norton asks him, like, oh, and you're releasing an EP soon. Lewis, not media trained whatsoever, says, oh, I don't think I'm allowed to talk about that. Taylor Swift, very bad actress, says, what? No, who said that? And she looks nervous as fuck. Like, you know exactly who said that. And it was her team that probably was like, do not talk about other music being released while Taylor Swift is promoting her album. And she says, no, 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 please go ahead. And then Lewis looks around and he's like, oh, I guess I can talk about it. And then he talks about the EP that he will be releasing. It is a very uncomfortable moment. I've seen it like 7 times to see if I am clocking the thing that I'm clocking. And I think I am.
Wait, somebody told him he couldn't talk about his album coming out because Taylor Swift was on the show?
That is what I'm assuming. Nothing has been confirmed, obviously, but what it looks like is that he was told you cannot talk about your EP being released.
Then what is the point of him being on the show?
It could have been for his tour or something, I'm not sure. But when he says it, he looks at Taylor. Like, I don't think he even does it consciously, but he looks at her like, I think I was told I can't, I can't talk about it. And she, very bad actress, like, is like, no, by who? No, no, talk about it. That's crazy. Talk about it. And then he's like, okay, I guess I can't talk about it. And then he talks about it. It's a very short, quick exchange, but it's like it still left like a bad taste in my mouth. Um, and again, this could have been Taylor's people, not Taylor herself, but I think it just rides home the point of her. And then the point of her is that she is who she is 24/7. This like, oh my gosh, she's so funny. No, 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 babe, she's media trained. She comes in with the stories that she knows are going to make you guys giggle because you guys are easy to please, obviously, because you like mediocrity. And then she's gonna just be this quirky little girl that you guys continue to uplift when she's telling the most basic story. And I also want to go on record and say that I do not believe for 1 second that Greta Gerwig is Travis Kelce's favorite director. Get the fuck out of here. I guarantee you, he learned that name 2 days ago, for one. For two, I don't think he has a favorite director to begin with. So I think Taylor, I get it. You're in love. You're not going to shove this man down our throats and promise him as the feminist icon that you want him to be. Absolutely not. Because not even you are the feminist icon that you claim to be. So I don't want to hear it, but like this like version of Travis that she's trying to sell us, as if we didn't meet the Travis Kelsey that was single and wilding out and saying idiotic things. Like everyone is like, this album is so simple because it's the only way that Travis would be able to understand it. Like, that is who Travis is. I'm not going to believe that Travis Kelsey is on here watching Little Women and thinking about how wonderful it is that Joe got to live out her dream. I don't think that's a reality whatsoever. So I just like this entire press tour has been so embarrassing for Taylor as a woman who has fought for the rights of her music to allow a man to sign her album when she fought for the rights to her stuff. And now she's allowing a man to claim her music like that. I know it's silly. I know it is, but it gives me the ick. Because in 2 years' time, who knows where this relationship will be? And what, look, she wants love so bad. I hope that it happens for her. But who knows what could happen? And you're allowing this man to make such a like a movement within your brand that is forever. And a man will embarrass you at any chance. A man embarrassed Beyonce. What do you think he's gonna do to you?
Right.
I just, I feel very passionate about all of this. And
No,
it
thank
makes me
you.
feel sad because Taylor Swift very much wants a man. She wants a man with all of her heart. She wants the happy ending. She wants the kiddos. She wants it very much so. And I think her desperation for it is blinding her to the red flags. And I'm not saying that Travis has red flags, but I feel like in any relationship in general, but when you are a billionaire that is in charge of your own personal brand, you should always be looking out for yourself. And I fear this woman has stopped looking out for herself because she wholeheartedly believes that this man is her happy ending, which could be. But what if it's not? And I feel like as a billionaire, you always have to think about the what if he's not. You have to. If I was a fan and I bought a signed Taylor Swift album and Travis Kelsey's name is on my album, I would return it immediately.
Yeah. Go to work, Travis. Why are you at
Can
home while I'm
you
signing my
get a
albums?
job?
Go practice a run or something.
Someone on Twitter was like, I bet she was sitting at home signing albums and she's like, oh my God, sign these. It'd be really funny. As a fan, I don't think that's funny. I don't think that's funny. I'm sorry, and maybe I'm taking it too seriously, but I do not want a man's signature on my favorite pop star's album. I don't.
It is weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's
It's
weird.
weird.
I mean, she's trying to shove him down our throats.
And it's like we get it, you love him, but we have to love him? Do we have to love him?
Well, and then the fact that the engagement happened while this album press thing was happening, I thought that also was weird. It just seemed, I mean, I don't need to re-litigate my feelings about Taylor Swift here on this show again.
Yet again, I want to believe on the authenticity of it.
Well,
But the fact that he is so embedded into the marketing of this, it feels odd. It feels calculated. She hates that word, but it does feel calculated because like why is he in it?
right.
Right. Because
My
not even a good muse is he, because the album wasn't that great. So
Wood? You're gonna call the song Wood? This is the lyricist of our generation. Me thinks not.
okay, now you quoted my Instagram story.
Um, my biggest gripe with Taylor Swift has always been the authenticity
Yeah,
of her career.
right.
Um, I don't think it doesn't come off genuine to me.
It did to me for a minute there. But this perpetual victimhood, you're 35 years old.
She's
I mean,
about to be 36.
you're 35, you're a 35-year-old billionaire. At some point, you cannot be the victim anymore. Like, there's no way that you continue to be victimized at 35 years old, being a billionaire, and the most important person in the music industry. There's no way you continue to find ways to be a victim. There's no way. And yet she does.
And yet she does.
And yet she does. While us little poor folk have to wake up every day and be like, we can do it today. Today's gonna be a good day for us. Like, but this bitch is finding a way to be the victim of the world? Absolutely not.
Taylor, come on the pod. We have a lot of
We'd
questions.
love to chat. We love the album. Do you want to get on here and talk about it?
Well, don't lie. Um, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it for the pop culture pop up. We'll be back next week with more pop culture chisme. Julie, do you have a Latinx spotlight for us?
I do have a repeated Latinx spotlight, but I really need to get this off my chest. I've posted quite a few videos on my personal and Yumi and Chisme TikTok about Kiss of the Spider Woman, as we all know, starring J-Lo, Diego Luna, and Tonatiuh. A lot of people are like, the J-Lo fatigue is real. And this is coming from a self-proclaimed J-Lo hater. I cannot tell you that I really know what J-Lo has done to us. I don't
Gosh.
know what she's into. Is she annoying? Yes, she is. She is annoying. But like this whole idea that like I will not support this movie that not only employed tons of Latina human beings on Hispanic Heritage Month, might I add, but that is uplifting this LGBTQ content. And you guys are like, absolutely not because JLo's in it. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't care how good it is. I won't put my seat in a theater to watch this movie. I find that silly because you guys go and watch Woody Allen movies. And you guys go and watch James Franco movies. And you guys go and watch, I bet you'd watch Jonathan Majors movies if he was still making them. So I feel like we're misaligned here. There's something that's not making sense to me because I understand. Now, I've gotten on here and said that JLo annoys the fuck out of me. She does annoy the fuck out of me. And I've also said she sure can't sing, but that bitch can act. And if there's one thing she's going to give us, it's a great rom-com. And she has time and time again. This movie is properly I get it she sings in this. It's not the best, but like it properly showcases her celebrity. And I fear that I cannot further explain if you do not put that seat in a movie theater and watch the movie itself. Not only that, produced independently by Ben Affleck. And that's a love story that honestly keeps coming back. I keep coming back to it. I hate it, but I love it all at the same time. And again, it's telling the story about an LGBTQ character that is touching on the fluidity of sexuality, something that I have never seen before, really. And maybe I just haven't come across it, but I've never seen it. I have never, okay, spoiler alert. Can I spoil it?
No, I'm gonna watch it.
I want to spoil it so
No,
bad. Okay, close your ears. Oh,
no.
fine, fine, fine. I have never seen the fluidity of sexuality be portrayed in a film without shame being attached to it. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
And they do touch on shame, but I have never seen something so beautiful come to life right in front of my eyes. And Diego Luna and Tonatiuh have chemistry for days. This is the kind of chemistry that I cry about when rom-coms really fall short. I think Jennifer Lopez is silly in a lot of ways, but sometimes her silly is fucking magic. And this movie is magic. And I bet that when she pitched it, people thought it was silly and ludicrous. And that's why she had to find an independent producer because no studio was going to touch it without somebody else's money. And she believed in it so much that she got it off the ground and now it's here. And I'm telling you, when Miss JLo starts that Oscar campaign, I will. be right in back of her, cheering her on because this movie deserves to be watched. It deserves to be celebrated. I think what they did on that screen is pure magic. And I think it's a real shame that people can't get over their annoyance or their like fatigue of JLo, which I find silly. You don't want to watch JLo turn off Twitter. I don't know, block her name from Twitter. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't get tons of JLo content. I find her annoying for separate reasons. This is a spotlight, by the way, but not because I get oversaturated content of her. If I don't want to watch JLo content, I just skip over the JLo content. I just feel like there's like Latina actors and actresses very easily hit a peak. Very easily we get enough of them. We've had enough of Pedro Pascal. We've had enough of JLo. We've had enough. But there are so many people that we make excuses over, and you go and watch their content over and over again because, well, their talent supersedes their crimes or their annoyance or the oversaturation of them. Glenn Powell is everywhere, and his movies still continue to make money. Timothy Chalamet is everywhere, and he still continues to make money. I just feel like there's like all these excuses and mental gymnastics that we make to support these white creators. And why don't we do it for our own people? And then we sit here and we cry about representation and the fact that we don't get any. Yeah, it's because studios can't bank on the Latino dollar for Latino projects. They can bank on it for superheroes. They can bank on it for anime. They can bank on it all over the place. But when it comes to our representation, it always has to be perfect. If they're not representing the perfect Puerto Rican or the perfect Mexican, and it doesn't align with our experience as a Mexican, then we don't want to watch it because it doesn't really represent us, like as if we're not a monolith, like as if we're not layered human beings that have different experiences and we can still celebrate a diverse, different Puerto Rican Mexican experience or, any other Latina culture. I just feel like we make all of these excuses for so many white creators and we just don't give the same grace to our people. And I think that's a shame. A lot of the comments in my videos are like, sorry, no, JLo's in it. Sorry, no. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like a Latina film with Latino creators, and you guys can't find the energy to support. I think it's really sad, but if you have the chance, go and watch the movie, Kiss of the Spider Woman. It's phenomenal. It's great. The comments of the people that have seen the movie on my videos are all saying the same thing. I wholeheartedly agree. This is one of the best films that I've seen all year. So if you can get past the annoyance over Jennifer Lopez, I think you're going to have a really great time at the movies.
Yeah, I don't know what she did. I
I don't know what she did either. She is annoying. She
don't find her
is.
annoying.
I find her annoying in the sense I don't even know really how to describe. That's the thing, right? It's like is she came from nothing. And I think what it is like people are annoyed at her like confidence and her delulu. She's very delulu in terms of like I am a good singer. I am a good this. Like she very much believes in herself and I think to people that's like a little much. And she's very much a celebrity. A calculated celebrity, and I think people don't like when you can clock that.
I don't know. It's not giving as calculated as Taylor Swift.
I agree. Well, that's also what I'm saying. Like, there's ways that you guys excuse the same kind of behavior for white artists, but you don't give the same grace to J-Lo or
Yeah.
others.
I mean, she's a girl with a dream. She made it
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh well.
And her work ethic is fucking crazy. She's in the middle of a press tour for this film right now, filming a movie as she's doing this press tour. Like her work ethic is insane. She is where she is because she has a phenomenal work ethic and she believes in herself. I would love to believe in myself at least one third of the way that she does.
Remind me to tell you the number of degrees in which we're separated from J Lo.
Oh my God.
I
I
can't
can't
tell you
wait.
here, but I'll tell you
Okay.
off the
Okay.
air. Anyways, J Lo, come on the pod.
Oh my God. Come on the pod.
We'll have a great time.
Yes.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Time for some asuka. I'll go first. My asuka this week is the one, the only, the lady Olivia Dean. I love Olivia Dean. Do you know who Olivia Dean is?
Yes. Yes.
Love Olivia Dean. Her new album is perfect. I
Mm,
think it's perfect.
it's
Um,
good.
it's called The Art of Loving,
Hmm.
and that's what she made. A lovely piece of art.
Agreed.
Um, I think Lady Lady is the most perfect song. I think A Couple of Minutes is also perfect. I love that she's singing about love. Who doesn't want to be in love?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice to each other. That is all I want. That's the name of one of her
Hmm.
songs. Go listen to the album.
So
If you
good.
have coal in your stocking or a black hole in your heart, maybe you need some love. And Olivia Dean delivers the love every single time.
I love that.
Thank you.
It's a really great album.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Asuka this week is Hosier's opener, Amble. I knew that they were the opener, but I didn't look them up on purpose because I was like, I'd like to experience firsthand. And boy, did I experience. I came home with a new addiction to yet another bearded man. They are also from Ireland. So there's something's going on over there. There's something in that water, and I need to take my ass back there and see what's going on. But their album is called Reverie. It's very much roots of Irish music. The lead's voice is deep and raspy and phenomenal. They were phenomenal live, very, very humble. Thanked Hosier at least 7 times during their set. Um, they got a standing ovation at the end, which was really sweet to watch them be in awe of that. If you can listen to their music, I highly recommend it. I think they toured most of this year with Hosier. They did quite a few shows with him. They hit a couple of festivals around the US. And I mean, their star is definitely growing. I think out of all the videos I posted from Las Vegas, theirs went the most viral. So people are like catching on to this little group. It's a group of 3 guys that just started making music 2 years ago because they said just 2 years ago, one of them was an elementary school teacher, one of them was a high school teacher, and the other one was a data scientist, I want to say. But they just started making music and already touring with Hosier, so clearly the talent is there. So if you can check them out, they're really, really good, and they're a feast for the eyes. So it's nice. It's a nice for the eyes, and the voices are great. So, and it's just like nice country Irish music. It's really nice.
Beautiful. Preamble my amble. If not, it'll be in shambles. Come tickle my amble.
Oh my God. I love that.
Thank you. Well, that is going to do it for us. We've reached the end of the episode. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at Yumi and Chisme. Make sure you visit yumiandchisme.com. Make sure that you do all the fun things you could do with this podcast on the internet. Rate, review, share. Sharing is caring.
Yes, it is.
I don't see a lot of sharing. Maybe it's happening in private.
Maybe,
Maybe people are messaging each other about the podcast. Keep it
maybe.
up. If
Yeah,
that's you. If it's not you, send it to someone.
be better.
Do better.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to make another fucking scene. Okay. If you do all that, we'll be back next week with more Chisme. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Chisme in your life. Bye.
Bye.